So, here we are, race 6 then, the European Grand Prix race. Hello everyone, my name is James Warden here, and there's James Gaming Channel. Welcome everybody to the 6th round of the championship, guys. It's the European Grand Prix race then. And after qualifying, we had to see 2 parts of this session we had so far. I have had 3 parts from that race in Canada we had indeed. But this time for this Canadian race, it was not bad for this. But this one in Europe, we're pretty sure how this one very good, very pace indeed. And hopefully, who is going to win this race indeed immediately. We've got 24 drivers going around this European track. So it's a new layout for this one indeed. And this is giving an amazing 24 lap parade we're having today here with this circuit indeed. So let's take a look at the starting grid for today's European Grand Prix, and it's the Sauber Mexican driver Sergio Perez has took pole position for Sauber. He'll be starting behind Mark Webber, the Red Bull racing in second place indeed. His next one he's going to be is Jerome D'Ambrosio. His best position, qualifying position he gets so far. He's in third behind Lewis Hamilton in fourth for McLaren. Victor Luis is in fifth place for his Spain racing. Then it's Jan Trulli in the Lotus in sixth. Then his championship leader Fernando Alonso in seventh place, just behind Sebastian Buemi and Jaime Alguersuari, both Toro on the next row. There will be Nicky Rosberg in second place, in 10th place D. There is the second and third place driver in the championship. Nick Harvey in 11th, just behind Rubens Barrichello. Have a power to try to beat him in the race. Team McLaren's next up, just behind is Paul Di Resta in the Force India. Then it's Sebastian Vettel in the Red Bull in 15th. Lorenzo Carter in 16th place ahead of Pastor Maldonado in the Williams in 17th. Felipe Massa couldn't match his teammate pace, but he will be starting along down in 18th place. Cobietta didn't match his teammate Perez's pace, and he's heading behind Vitaly Petrov. He's not faster than Haifa at all. Sutter in 40 is next up, just behind Kovalev in Team Lotus indeed. And followed back is Marcus Schumacher in the Mercedes. He's starting at the back of the field, just behind Jesse Butler, who starts at the very back on the grid. There will be a red flag at some point, in any case my battery loads down. So we'll put these fences down and pull the driver until we come back for like an hour or 2 hours time, until we get underway again. Okay, we're about to get ready to go here in Europe then. So the safety car is ready to go to prepare itself to get ready to go. We're about to get ready to go here in Europe, guys. It's Perez on pole, Mark Webber in second place, Jerome D'Ambrosio third, Lewis Hamilton in the McLaren only fourth in the moment. So we're about to get ready to go. We're waiting to wait for the faraway lights to come on now. Here they are, on now. Let's see who will win in Europe. We've got 5 lights going on one at a time. Here we go. Lights out and away we go. The European Grand Prix gets underway. As everybody has a good start there, good one for this indeed. The first lap is underway. We're underway for the new layout in Europe. And let's see who's leading so far as they go through to the game right now. We can start there, but Webber leads from Perez. Hamilton's in third. Rosberg in an excellent 4th place indeed so far for Mercedes. As they go through now, Trulli now takes the lead of the race indeed. Wow, good on the outside goes Jarno Trulli there. Good move there at the start of the race there. So well done to Jarno Trulli indeed. But it's not that far behind now as everybody else is going there. Oh, so this off already. And the other one's off too. And so it's Mark Webber. Both forces are out of the race, and so did Mark Webber, and the rest of the field are on the way indeed. So, we have a first course on the yellow flags are going to come out right now. So, that is not good news for that indeed. So, we're going to have a caution flag indeed. Yellow flags are out indeed, and we might have a safety car indeed, immediately indeed. So, well, for this. So, let's see. And there we go, safety car deployed. Safety car has been deployed, so we'll be ready to go out to pick up the drivers and go around the track indeed. So let's just get rid of the flags immediately indeed, and we'll get the safety car out indeed. Where are the drivers now? Oh, there they are. Alright, so Trulli will go with this. Safety car has come out of track now, so Perez is now leading the race from Trulli now. So, Perez regaining his lead of the race so far indeed. So both Force Indians and Mark Webber are both out to race immediately indeed. So they're both out to race immediately so far after the first lap completed. So disappointing day for both drivers indeed. Both Force Indians are out again for this third time this season. I think it is. Not good for that indeed. And there the drivers were out to race immediately so far. Webber is out of the way indeed. And on disappointing day, both Force Indians are out to race already indeed. Just before we got this race on the way. And I always had another drive off the track indeed. That is... Oh, that's another one. It's the Virgin, and it's Jerome D'Ambrosio. And he's also going to be out to the racing D. So it's the full retirement to be out to the racing D. Oh, Maldonado's off 2. So he's going to become another retirement in D so far. So we're only on to lap 5 already. So the safety car came out on lap 4. We're just gone past lap 5 indeed. Fetter's down to the new race leader there, guys. He's now in the lead for Webber Race. A good one for Fetter indeed. Wow. Very much thank you very much indeed. The areas going very much powerful race indeed. Safety car goes on to lap 6 away indeed. God, this is going to take a long time to get this track cleared up indeed, guys. We'll be right back. So, safety car is completed doing out on track in the moment so far. Lucy's now in the race leader now. And as this, can we get this fixed up a bit, we might stop the race. So, yeah. Indeed, as everyone else are in the clock tracking D so far for this. Is the safety car is going to come into the pits or not? I'm not sure because it will still go out there, guys, indeed. So we might put into pits indeed so far for this. And we see all the drivers are doing their best to control their pace to follow the safety car around. Let's see now. Vettel leads the race indeed so far. Followed by Trulli, Vitali Petra and Lucy indeed. As Cardigan falling back from the field indeed so far to go on to lap 8 indeed. Going much very good pace indeed. So, this is much way the race goes more powerful indeed. So, all the countries are there indeed so far. So, we had 5 cars retired indeed. We lost Mark Webber, Pastor Maldonado, both Force Indias, and Durham D'Ambrosio. So, that's a disappointing day so far for this indeed. So, yeah, that's not a good day to end the day immediately at all, guys. So, the safety car will still go out immediately so far. Where they will be able to restart. And some of the drivers are overtaking the safety car already indeed. So, is this going to be a big problem for them? As Brummies overtook the safety car indeed. Wow, my God. Why is he doing that? Not sure about this indeed. But we're on to lap 9, but the possible 24 laps though. And we're still racing here in Europe indeed. Oh no. The championship leader Alonso is out of this race immediately. He retired in Canada and now he's out to race in Europe. Poor dear me. The championship leader is out of the race. And Schumacher almost going to go out there indeed to join Alonso. So unfortunately, the championship leader Alonso is out of the race immediately indeed. Moving on to lap 10 now. Bremy leads from Barrichello. Both of them have overtaken the safety car. So nothing will be compared to doing this so far for this. So nothing figures into the camera angle indeed so far for this. And I think it's going to get a bit rigid in bit so far for this, guys. So, where the rest of the field is going to come right now. So, we might need to stop this race immediately if the camera gets this fidgety back. But it's not happening right now, indeed. So, yeah. Bremy leads the race, indeed. As they come on to lap indeed now. So, a lot of drivers have gone past the safety car indeed so far. So, battery's weighing down a bit now. So, we might need to stop this race immediately, indeed. So, okay, so we're going to stop the race because the Paris went out of charge. So red flag. Well, that's a good half of the session that we had so far for this, guys. Okay, stop the race. And we'll still have to take the car wheel indeed. So we'll have to wait until the driver come back into pits indeed. And we'll get this ready to get, and I'll have this phone get discharged indeed. Okay, you have the cars going into a nice part of visit where they come round now to stop the red flag. And let's see, so as Bremy has stopped on the trial, I think he's been under investigation. I think he has. So we have 2 cars under investigation indeed. So as all the drivers are in the pits right now, some of them come into the pits indeed. Let me see. Oh, they have. So they're going to be here for a long time. The safety car has stopped them immediately indeed. So as Rosberg, Kobayashi, and Lucy have stopped their cars too. So the race has been red flagged on lap 12. And we'll get this phone back on charge again, guys. And we'll be right back for the next half of this race indeed. Hello and welcome back to the European Grand Prix race there. We're halfway through the race indeed so far. But we're about to get underway again. As we'll get ready for the second half of this race indeed. Get back on the way to speed indeed. So we'll put Bremy ready to go. So the field have been bunched up a bit. I'm afraid indeed. So we're about to get ready to go as we get ready to start this race. Restart indeed. So we'll get the green light ready to go. Let's get the ready to go. But we're going to start at 10 past 5. We're going to start it quite early than that as we get this the green light. So on, I think they're on. Yeah, they are. As we get this race back underway, and off they go. So Perez and Beck have been sent to the back of the field for the race restart though, so hopefully they'll be okay to get on indeed. So yeah, so where is, okay, we got the green light ready to go now. So Well, when the other drivers are getting on the street now, they get ready to get ready. I'll wave the green flag. I'll get the race back onto racing speed now. So, we start on lap 30 now. Actually, lap 40 now. Pretty much where it is so far for this. As we get ready to go now. So, it's going to be lap 40 where we're going to restart, guys. So, we go, and we go green flag again. Vettel will lead us again now. Off we go. Green flag, green flag. We're racing wins it once again. And there we go now. Everybody are racing again now. Vettel leads the race so far, indeed. What a good start to the Red Bull Racing driver. Indeed. Well done for that, indeed. As Vettel is on its way for victorious here at this circuit in Europe. Good one indeed, so well for this race to begin this. Vettel leads the way, but Rosberg is there to the meeting too. Massa is there for taking two. What about Ariels? Massa takes the lead now from Rosberg. Vettel's throwing back a bit, indeed. As they go through into the deep, as all the drivers are doing their best to avoid driver Barrichello and Premier now got Jaime Alguersuari. Has a bad start already. So this is not a good start to restart to Jaime Alguersuari. He started the race in peace. He started the race all the way back in I think it was 9th or 12th, I think. But he started before the red flag he was 6th. And he was 5th. Actually. And we got 2 drivers on the track already. And that is Perez and Trulli. So Trulli and Perez are the next retirements to be out of this race. And Timo got this off too. And that's the other Virgin out of racing indeed so far. So 3 cars are out then. So this is not good news we're having today so far indeed. The safety car is going to come out immediately indeed. We got yellow flags out already. So let's get this way back on the game. So we got the quarter flag out again. Means we might have a safety car indeed. And that is a Mercedes of Nico Rosberg. So Rosberg is out of this race immediately for Mercedes. Another retirement after what happened. He's got a technical problem in Canada. Is out of this European Grand Prix. Another retirement for Rosberg though. Disappointing day for Mercedes. And that's a terrible bad start to the season so far for him. And that's the other Lotus. That's Heikki Kovalainen. So both of the Lotuses are out of the race immediately. So Kovalainen is out. Trulli's out. And now the race is getting changing much because Massa is heading towards victory here if he keeps this going along with just a few laps to go. With 4 laps to go now. The safety car is still bunching up the field a bit. So who's leading so far is Carter Kane from Vettel. Massa's in 3rd. As the rest of these guys are following around. Barrichello is in excellent 4th place already so far. 5th is Petrol. 6th is Schumacher. Kobayashi 7th. There's both of them McLaren just behind Bremy. What the hell happened there? Well, I'm okay to be continuing indeed so far. So, all the drivers seems to be okay at the moment so far. Vettel now leads the race now. As we go through, with just a few laps to go now. As the racing returns to speed now. As Vettel will lead them off now. Safety car has just... How the safety car comes in? Oh yes, he had. The race gets back on the racing speed now. With just 3 laps to go. Who will win this race, guys? 3 laps left. As the safety car has pulled off to the side of the track now. Who will win this race, guys? Let's find out. Bit of a noise there from the top there, guys. But it's okay. We can still be able to consider the race indeed so far, guys. So let's see. Most better as we go through indeed so far. Lap 22 now. Vettel continue to lead the pack ahead of Carter Kane. But are both battling out for the win of the race indeed so far. With just a few laps to go now. Vettel leads the race ahead of Carter Kane now. So... this is where the race slowdown down gets really much better. Safety car has pulled off very good at the side of the track there. 2 laps remaining. Vettel's lost some time there. Whoa, my word. Vettel's dropped back from 1st place when he got there. Wow. We're on to the penultimate lap of this race, guys, here in Europe. And it's Carter Kane who's now takes the lead of the European Grand Prix, guys. This is amazing, isn't it, to get their feet on the power on the pedal there. Go on for this, indeed. So where will Carter Kane will win this race if he keeps this up? Very much better to see all the drivers. We've still got a lot more drivers over this. Schumacher's only in 2nd place now, but Hamilton and Button are not that far back. Very much quick there from everybody else now, and Carter Kane will begin the final lap of this race indeed. We're on to the final lap of the race indeed, guys. Here at this European track circuit, guys. Here in Europe for the European Grand Prix, actually Luxembourg indeed. So yeah, Very good for this indeed. Much better pace it is. So, bit like the scientific, we do something like this in Europe to see how we're investigating for this. But no care for this indeed. Who will win this European Grand Prix, guys? We're about to find out, and we've got ready to go through this indeed. The checker flag is falling out. There it is. Check the flag is falling. And here comes the way Cardican. He's coming around the 5-view course now. And Cardican wins in Europe behind Button and Schumacher. Kobayashi 4, Vettel 5th, Massa 6. Becker 7, Petrol 8, Hamilton 9, and Lucy 10 with Hyper 11 and August right there. Oh, Boemi! He was so close to the finish. Oh, my word. With just 2 more corners left to go. He's not good at this race indeed. That is not good news for Bray. But Cardigan is your race winner for race 6, guys, here in Europe. That is a good, excellent result for the Hispanic racing team. Their first win of the season, this is so far for this. Well done to Cardigan indeed. Wow, what a good race that was indeed. So, here's the final result for the European Grand Prix way. It's the Ryan Cardigan who took the win for Hispanic racing, and the second Indian to win since Karun Chandra last season in USA. Michael Schumacher, good second place for Mercedes ahead of Jensen Button in third. Kamui Kobayashi fourth by Sebastian Vettel, Massa 6. He got his first points of the season so far this season. Foley got some points away so far. Becker 7th play ahead of Petrol, there's Hamilton 9, and Lucy gets the last point in 10th play by Heidfeld. And Buemi was so close to get to the field, which is 2 more corners and to the end of the race. Alonso is still leading the championship so far, but Heidfeld didn't get any points so far, and he did finish the race on the 11th, and he's still only just 6 points behind, but now Becker is now catching up behind him. Model is in 4th place too, while Bottas is up to 5th. Behind him is Schumacher and Hamilton. In the Constructors' Championship, Williams are still leading, but McLaren are now only 1 point behind and up to 2nd place in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari only in 4th behind Mercedes, while Spain raced after a good result for them with that win. They moved ahead of Red Bull, and Sauber have moved ahead of Toro Rosso. And Force India had a disappointment there with both drivers failing to finish, indeed. And there it is, guys. The winner is the main Cardigan. Behind him is Michael Schumacher and Jensen Button completes the podium indeed. I think it's Bottas 2nd place and Schumacher 3rd. I think it is. We'll look after the race. We'll get into Silverstone next race in Britain. By the way, we're now going to be listening to the Indian and the Spanish national anthem for Spain racing. The second, good to see the Indian anthem back since USA last season. And there we go, guys. The end of this European Grand Prix indeed. What a good, excellent race that was. To finish the race, here in this race indeed. Now put the face to race is complete over indeed. So congratulations to Dwayne Carter, his first win of the season so far. Well done to him to win again this Bay Racing, and the second one to win for this Bay Racing for the Indian driver since Karun Chandler last year. So Chandler and Carter are both winners in style indeed in this track indeed. It was Chandler last season in USA, and this one today is Carter in Europe indeed. Well, that's pretty much it for the European Grand Prix, guys. Until we see you next time, guys, we'll be at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone for the next race of the season for qualifying. But, guys, I've been James Ryan. You've been watching this Formula 1 European Grand Prix. That's the end of the race, guys, and we'll see it for qualifying for Britain next time. So, in just about a few weeks' time. But, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!